Okay, I'm here. It's toward the end of the session. I'm here with Frankie and, what if I forgot?
Chicken Little.
Chicken Little. How can I forget Chicken Little? What a great puppy name. All right, so basically Frankie is kind of dominant when it comes to food and will go and eat her food first and then go try to force Chicken Little away and take his food. She's not aggressive about it, or, well, she is aggressive about it, but she's not, you know what I'm trying to say, she's not biting him. She's just trying to force him away. So in this video, I'm going to show you how you can add a little bit of structure to feeding time. So the dogs have fast feeding bowls because and I'm assuming the pink one is Frankie's, even though she's goth, but she can have a little pink. And so basically, the fast feeding bowls is fine. If you have a dog that eats too fast, it can cause them to throw up. Dogs in the wild spend 90% of their time looking for food. When they do find, kill, or capture, or scavenge the food, they eat in the order of their rank. The leaders eat first, then the middle group, and the next group, and so on. And so I would suggest that the guardians, and it is the most important activity for dogs. They spend 90%, like I said, of their time looking for it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the food down, and the dogs are not allowed to cross this line once I put the food down. And then we're going to invite Chicken Little to eat first because he is a little bit older and he has more of the personality that we're looking for. Frankie is a little bit of a pill. She's a wild card. She's a mad woman. She likes to do what she wants. She's going to have to stay out of the kitchen, and I'm going to protect Little, and so that she's not going to be able to come in, and eventually, hopefully, I'll be able to be way back by that window, and she's staying here in the foreground. And when we do this, you might want to take a knee. When we do start the feeding, it might be a better angle. All right, so I have the food now. One last little tip before I start to do this. I'm going to not do this, but I want the guardian who is feeding to eat something first. So I'll show you when the time you would be. So basically, I've already prepared the bowls to make this a little bit faster. So because Little is going to eat first, I'm going to put his bowl closest and her bowl further away. Now she's used to eating in her bowls, in her kennel, so she went back there. So I'm going to put hers right here. I'm going to put his right there. Now we need to come up with something we should have asked before we start filming. We need 2 command words, a fun word to eat. I say grub, chow, feast, and lasagna. What are your favorite foods or favorite restaurants? We need to assign a new word for each dog. Like the guardians do this on the flash.
I like Mexican food.
Okay.
So like tacos.
Tacos, and what's your
Burritos.
preference? And burritos?
You know a different kind?
Or you can do something else. Maybe he can have the Mexican version and you can have the Italian or whatever, however you want to do it.
Can we say vegan?
Sure. Okay, so who's going to do what? So what's Little's going to do?
She gets tacos and he's vegan.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to invite Little, and he's going to probably not want to come in here because she's used to, and I don't know if you can see, but she's right here, he's over there. Little. And we'll go ahead and use a little treat to help him come forward. There you go. So he's, which one is he?
Vegan.
Vegan. So when he takes his first bite of food, we say the word vegan for about 2 months. After that, then vegan should mean that he gets to eat. She's not allowed to cross that line. As I step backwards, I'm pausing in between each step. I don't want to be in between her and the food. I want her to do the work herself. So he sees that I've got the situation under control, and I move very suddenly towards her when she crosses the threshold. I went through my escalating consequences. I don't like making the hissing sound because he's going to think we're talking to him. So we're just going to go to the 3rd consequence. And I pause between each step, and I'm keeping my hips pointed towards her. This is at first. After a while, you won't have to do this. So that suddenness is what makes the dog move away. So don't be slow in your movement. Otherwise the dog will eat you out. So this will give him a little bit more authority in the household, which will probably boost his confidence, which he needs. He's a little bit of an insecure dog because she's kind of a little bit of a domineering dog, just kind of like life. But basically, so he's eating pretty good. When he gets done, he leaves the area, and then we're going to invite her to come in, and her word is going to be the TACO word. Is that right? All right. Now, this will take a little bit more time at first, but after a while, the dogs will wait back there, and then you call them in one at a time, and they're eating with your permission. And again, this is the most important activity for dogs, so it really carries a lot of weight. So they're little dogs. Fortunately, they don't have to wait too long for them to eat. think he's about done. Yep. Lick the bowl, get the scraps that we put on the floor. Then he leaves the area. And if he wants to come over here, he's not allowed. So he's like, oh, the tables are turned. I'm going to take advantage of this. So again, I'm marching towards him. He's got to back up. Frankie. If she wants to lick his bowl, it's fine. There's nothing in there. Frankie. Taco. He's here. He's like, she's been doing this to me for years. I'm going to go intimidate her. So she saw a quick little alert. She thought it might have been him. She was going to try to correct him. But we're taking care of that for him, for her. So she doesn't have to do that. Now, one little tip, if you have a dog that eats really fast like this, one of the things you can do this when you're home, because liquids go through dogs in about 45 minutes, and then leave the bowls down afterwards, is I would put warm water in with her dry kibble. So it's floating. She'll have to drink the water first and then eat the kibble. That will slow down the eating process. A better way would be to put her kibble in there and let it sit for an hour before you feed her. And then all the water will, just in a 1/4 inch of water, all the water will be gone and it will be absorbed into the kibble. And then it has the consistency of mashed potatoes. You can't wolf down mashed potatoes. Then I put maybe another ounce or two of warm water in there, swirl around, makes a stew. She's got to drink all that water before she gets to her kibble. That will slow her down and help her practice not eating a super fast way. So this only took me an extra, I don't know, probably it's faster than what the Guardians are doing now, but it only shouldn't take you longer than a minute or two. After a while, you'll be able to do this from sitting over there, and she'll be sitting here waiting for you to say tacos, and then she'll go eat. Planchos is my favorite tacos in San Joaquin, not too far away. Well, that's actually, I guess, Venice. All right, well, the dogs are out of the shop, but that's Frankie, that's Chicken Little, and these are some tips and tricks you can use on how you can add structure to mealtime to help the dogs not intimidate each other and to respect the human as the pack leader.